production skills definitely improved throughout this project. There were a lot of things I learned how to do, and a lot of things I found that didn't work at all. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. One of the things I spent a lot of time with that I feel like improved greatly was my painting skills. I 3D printed the daggers, spray painted them, and then hand painted them. They didn't make it into the final cut because of difficulties with the fighting style, but I think overall learning how to paint in these little details and different kind of brushes was definitely something that improved along the way.
The other things we had to work on extensively was the scenes we filmed where I died, because we had to do that again and again and again. I tried. I just couldn't seem to die properly.
I don't know which way I was supposed to go.
One of the other ways I think my production skills improved was that over the course of the project, I learned a lot about sewing, actually. One of the things I learned a lot about was sewing. That did end up in some minor injuries, but nothing super serious. Yeah, because I learned about different kinds of stitches and the best ways to weather clothing when I was making Theo's jacket. Another thing I learned about was, as stated before, was Adobe Premiere Pro. That software is way more complicated than anything I've used for editing before. Most of the time I just use CapCut, but this time I decided I wanted to try something new, think a little bit, bigger, use something a little bit nicer, so I went with Adobe Premiere Pro. And it was definitely an interesting experience. It involved a lot of YouTube, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of learning, hey, that's not how this works. It doesn't work like that. You can't do that, or, oh man, there goes my timeline. How do I get that back? Because I really don't want to have to edit all of this again. That would be a pain in the butt.
Martial arts, and more specifically Krav Maga, which is what Gwen takes. I learned how to disarm someone and how to throw someone, which is what happened here in this scene. It was a really interesting experience because Taekwondo is more stylistic and Krav Maga is more realistic. So I was, throughout the process of, filming this and grappling, I was learning a lot about how to actually fight, and I think it helped with, planning out, okay, what do we want to happen next? Was, having more of this knowledge of like, hey, this is how you fight someone. Realization of what is good lighting and what is bad lighting. I had thought this scene that I filmed at the very beginning would look fine even in the glaring lights, which obviously it does not turn out very well.